Ricard here in the south of France, where we're about to get underway for free practice. Anthony Davidson is here as usual to help take us through the action. And Ants, I've seen some questions on social media and other places about this current crop of F1 cars and why they're so much faster now, despite being significantly heavier than the previous generations of machines. Take us through that one.
I'd be happy to, Crofty. And simply put, it's a matter of grip. Now, that comes from two sources. You have what we call mechanical grip, which comes from the surface of the tyre sticking to the road. And these tyres are significantly wider now when compared to previous years, so they have the potential for more mechanical grip. Then you have the downforce, of course, which pushes the car into the road as the air moves over it, thus generating grip. And these cars have about 20% more downforce, which is more than enough to overcome the added weight.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my F1 2018 career mode round 8 for the France circuit Paul Ricard. We have never drove here before, as we're going to go into the track acclimatization now, and I must say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time this career mode my car has loved a track. As you can see now, I'm just going through some replays of the session, and the car was on fire. The track acclimatization was amazing. I passed all the other tests, but that was in mitigating conditions like wet conditions and stuff like that, so it was a bit tough there. But in the dry, my car was really quick, and it's because we've got so many updates that we've done through the previous weekends, and the car is starting to feel that it can compete with the big boys. So as we go into qualifying one.
For this weekend's French Grand Prix, the teams are making their last minute adjustments before the lights go green and the fight for pole position gets underway. I want to talk briefly about the strategy in these qualifying sessions. Anthony Davidson, how can a driver adjust their approach to gain those critical extra tenths of a second?
Well, qualifying isn't about adjusting your approach necessarily, it's more about trying to repeat a low fuel run that you've practiced prior to this session. You're looking for perfection on the lap, and that's hard to achieve if you're trying something new. There are some variables that can stand in your way, however. Track position or unexpected yellow flags, for example. Coupled with ever-changing track conditions, it's important to be out there at the right moment. But as a driver, you have to try and ignore these distractions and just keep your mind focused on that one perfect lap.
As we go into Q1 here, we've actually set a first lap of a 1:33.3. We're P1 at the moment, so we are on another lap. We've gone purple. This is a long right hand here, and I must say it was a dream to drive all weekend. Like, this is the kind of track I like. No barriers anywhere. If I go off, I can track extend just a little bit so I don't get a penalty here. But the only thing I didn't like was the pit entrance. That's about it really. So yeah, as we're coming up to the end of the lap here, we feel really quick here. We actually got a little bit wide. We lose a lot of time here. As we're going to come up to the line, we actually go over the pit exit line, and we go at 1:33.328. As Q1, we go first, Hamilton and Raikkonen, as we go into lap 1 of Q2 here. The car on the super soft felt so. It didn't feel amazing. It didn't feel lightning quick here. But yeah, we still at the end we still got the job done where we wanted to be in the standard positioning. As we go, turns like this, I think really hampered my my qualifying. I could have like turned in a bit early or slowed down. But yeah, I was using my speed to my advantage, like from the new engine upgrade I had. And we've from at the end of the episode we did do another one. And as we go P3, and we finish P3 in Q2, so let's move on to Q3. As we go into Q3 now, this is coming towards the end of the lap. We actually go wide out, just going into sector 3 here. As we're coming up to the last turn, we decide we go we overshoot it again. As we go for the short run up to the line, we go all the way to the right to get more speed, and we go P2. P2 so far for Q2, and as you can see, the qualification at the end of Q3, we end up in P5, P5 as we go to the start of the race.
Welcome to Le Castellet as we return from across the Atlantic for the 2018 French Grand Prix. The last time Formula One cars raced at the Circuit Paul Ricard, Alain Prost took Ferrari's 100th Grand Prix victory and the 42nd of his own illustrious career. That was 28 years ago, when half of the drivers on the grid today had yet to be born. And how, I wonder, will that legacy continue in the modern era? Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral Straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the Chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to ask you about Pierre Gasly. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Kimi Räikkönen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Williams and Ricciardo, Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Sainz and Esteban Ocon, Grosjean, Perez, Fernando Alonso and Magnussen, Ericsson, Stroll, Stoffel Van Dorn and Brendan Hartley. Sirotkin and Pierre Gasly rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete,
as we're getting set up for the race here, as you quickly saw there, we're going super soft to soft, and we filled the car up as we got to 5 red lights for Round 8 at France. Here we go, we get an okay start here, a little bogged down start there, and it's going to be an okay getaway from the line. The two Ferraris and Mercedes are fighting up front here, and we've just about made it into turn 1 unscathed here. As we go to a different camera angle here, the two Mercedes are fighting for position here. We're going to go all the way round the outside, as I was talking about earlier, the track extending. We're going to make it down the inside, and we get the move complete as we move on to the end of lap 1 here. We got the move done. What a move that was, by the way. That was the move of the day. And we're going to come up on Räikkönen here. We're going to try down the outside. He tried down the outside here. Oh, he tried to go back down the inside, but we had to go off the track because he didn't give us enough room. And yeah, we could have got P2 there, but we go quickly into the next couple of corners. As you can see, we changed the camera angle again. We're going to go down the inside of, I think it's turn 4 or 5. As we go down to the later part of the lap here, we're going to go down it. He makes a move down the outside and gets the position back here. We was just too slow to get it back on the corner here. And yeah, he makes a move back. As we move on a couple of laps later, we weave and we're going to make the position back for P2 in the Grand Prix. We're going to go down the inside and we've got the move done. What a move that was. And 2 laps later, he's made the move back again. And we're going to go down the inside. We're going to get close. Oh, and that fast right-hander there. And we're going to get the move done as we move on to lap 10 for our pit stops. For our pit stop here, we was in P1 for a quite 4 or 5 laps. We was in P1 for. We could have been a lot faster than we was, but we got the moves we needed to do done. If we didn't fight with Räikkönen a lot, I reckon we still would have come out in a better position, maybe P4, P3. But we're gonna come out here in P9, just behind our, in front of our teammate here, Ericsson. As yeah, these tyres, I'm gonna have to nurse to the end of the race. I'm gonna have to go pretty long into the race. As we go down the first corner, well, second corner. I can't tell corners in this game, I really can't. So yeah, as we move on to lap 11 here, we're going to go quickly down the inside of Pierre Gasly there. Pretty good move. got the move done as we're going to come up on Grosjean now. We got a bit wide coming out of that turn there. As the next lap we stay behind him and we're going to go round the outside of the last corner and we out traction him to get into P7 as we go to 2 laps later, lap 12. The 2 cars in front have come in. Now we set the fastest lap of the race. Now it's Hamilton and Raikkonen that we have to get past. We could look at maybe a potential second win of this season. We just have to get the moves correct. As you can see, the same lap, we do the exact same thing we did to Grosjean. What a pass that was on the Merc there. As we move on to another couple of laps later, and we do the exact same thing, but on the inside of Kimi Raikkonen, but the move didn't really pay off because it's because he went in the pits. As you can see now, we're just doing a couple of different camera angles for the video. We're on the last lap of the Grand Prix here, and it's been an amazing race. From lap 14-15, it was purely me in first place. No action really happened as we come into the last corner now, and we're gonna win the French Grand Prix, first time in our skin. What a race this was. We get past the line in first, then we do a little spin, and yeah, a little donut there. P1, get in. What a race that was. That's gonna be good for our championship. What a win. The team is gonna be hyped as a mother trucker. What a race we had there. We showed our dominance through the weekend. I just wish we can get it done in qualifying so it'd be a more easier race for us. But yeah, we got the job done in the end. P1. I'm really happy with that performance.
So here they come out now onto the podium after
What a race that was. Look at me on the step. And last time we won because Sebastian Vettel got a penalty, but this time we got the moves we needed to get done. And yeah, we won legit, ladies and gentlemen. We won legit. First time this year we've won legit. But it happens these days, so we've got 2 wins now, which is really good. Really, really good. Get in, my son. So as we go to the classification, it's me, Hamilton, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Bottas, Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Ocon, Perez, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Hartley, Grosjean, and I don't think I looked at the rest of the thing, but Sebastian Vettel didn't even get in the top 10, which is really, really surprising. I don't know if he had some kind of car issue, but as you can see now, we're catching up in the championship. We're third behind Lewis Hamilton and Vettel, but we were still there anyway, but we catched up on points. And I believe we're 4th in the constructors. We just need our teammate to pull his weight, if you know what I mean. As we go to the reports. How are you feeling after a win? Oh mate, I'm feeling amazing. Literally the car was made for that track. Things are looking up after last week. Yes, for sure. With like literally any points I've got, I've invested in the car. The car was formidable. It was amazing. We underestimated you. Yes, you goddamn did. Well, I chose that they underestimated the team. So yeah, we showed everybody today. We showed everybody that we was on the pace. As we move on to the R&D screen, we're gonna buy some upgrades here. We're gonna buy an engine upgrade. I think there's an engine power upgrade. And we're going to do a lot of durability upgrades here that we're going to have to protect for the end of the season. So yeah, we just bought a load of gearbox wear, MG UK wear, ICU wear, I believe. Yep, ICE, sorry, ICE wear. And there was a couple of others that we got as well. Or was it just 2? I think it was just 2. 3 overall. So yeah, we're going to change all the components back for the next race. We're going to Austria. So guys, if you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe. What an episode this has been. Join the notification squad. Ding dong the bell down below and join the William Rumsey HD squad. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic video for a fantastic audience. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.